That's multiple timeline splits. That's multiple timeline splits. That's well, I mean, let's start off. Let's start off with the lawnmower man. That's the lawnmower man inside the Jose Silva mind control screen. Just except it's not access denied. It's fucking access. And pretty much, I mean, the only access denied is when you think of them. Access denied. Because it would be. I mean, we've got Die My Friend, and Die My Friend. That's basically Mr. Miyagi and Danielson. That's Mr. Miyagi and Danielson because he was, and I don't want to get too much into the business, but it makes a great story. You know, when you're being bullied by a system. Did I blow a light bulb out? Oh well, hell, that's Carrie. That light bulb was lit earlier. Oh, Angel must be out. Angel must be out. That's what it is. Angel light must be out. Anyway, no, that's Mr. Miyagi and Daniel's son, and with Jesus, that's Mr. Miyagi and Jesus' son. That's Mr. Miyagi and Jesus' son. And, you know, with the state of affairs that's going on right now with whatever, you know, y'all were talking about Rikers Island and this immigration and shit like that. Well, they're legal. So that would be Harold and Kumar escaping from Guantanamo Bay. Yeah, it would be. And then it's Carrie because they're trying to bully the divine feminine high priestess that has the human slider phenomenon going on. That's what it is. I affect electricity, and that's what all this grounding and shielding is for. So, and we did Goonies today. We did. I was mouth with the cleaning lady, and she's cool. She's cool as shit. What else did we do today? We played Goonies. What else did we played something? Oh yeah, we played Boonies, grazing all contused. And it's just what it is. I mean, that would be Archangel Michael McConaughey and a chariot full of ancestors out wreaking havoc on the collective. Would be playing Slow Ride. So that's kind of cool. I mean, it's what it is. He's reading the energy off of the movies like a tarot reader reads cards. It's simple enough. It's simple enough, and it gives you a cool storyline to go forward with. Mr. Anderson! And it would be, because if you look at the end of Resurrection in the Matrix, they're like, Tiffany? And it's like, fucking no. It's amusement purposes only. And that would be all of the INFJ women from Joe's bar and Michael flying off with Neo, flying off with Mr. Anderson. And it's what it is. They'd be flying off with Mr. Anderson. And I'm stuck here with Die My Son, Die My Friend. I'm stuck here with Die My Friend, who's like Danielson. And because he was like bullied at the army place where, you know, parents kicked him out at 18, whatever. Fucking good. He's good, great kid. Great kid. So we played Goonies today, showing another business owner, you know, where we hide the bodies in the mota. And so we don't do any of that shit, because then that leads right into grazing contused with all of the addicts, because it would be like the kids safe at mom's house listening to music. Slow ride. Okay, that's enough of that. It would be, and it is. It's the analyst. It's the analyst ascending out of the Matrix. It would be Mr. Miyagi taking in Die My Friend. And Jesus' son. I mean, Jesus' son, the pharmacist. Just what it is. But with all of the voodoo and sacrificial energy, we have to take a step back. And let all the voodoo, because it's what it is. Y'all are telling me that people are sick, and as a healer, that wasn't the MO. That wasn't the MO. But you're right. I can't do anything about that. I have to worry about Die My Friend and Jesus' son. I have to worry about Jesus' son. I really don't have to worry about the business owner that was here helping clean up the place, because she knows where I hide my mota. I don't have any. I hide it in the same place I hide the bodies, because Glasgow, Scotland, and that was months ago. Glasgow, Scotland. She was talking about people throwing. Well, no, she was throwing bodies in Pisces basement and Pisces gutter. And it's what it is. Now, I mean, bodies can absolutely be in the gutter, but it's a nice street. It's a divine street. It's a divine street. That's what it is. Neighborhood's nice, right across from the college. That's what it is. And I mean, that kind of, they are pretty grazed and confused every time I walk over there. Can't do that. It's what it is. A whole bunch of sniffing can't do that. And it's what it is, because I have to deal with Peter Hawking on a regular basis. It's not Stephen Hawking, it's Peter Hawking. I have to deal with Peter Hawking, Agent Smith's Peter Hawking. It's just what it is. And see, that shit's a sham too, because that was the last time that their black magic worked, which I've forgiven that. I'm really not too concerned about that, because it's going back on them now. Can't do anything about that shit. Keep returning to sender. That's what it is. And I mean, we don't know what the rules are to this shit, because I mean, who are you going to tell? You catch them on candid camera and you say something about it, they're like, what'd you fucking say something to me for? It's like, I don't know, sir. Go get another donut. It's just what it is, donut man. That's what it is. I only have to worry about Mr. Anderson, and I have to worry about Agent Smith and Peter Hawking every once in a while. It's just what it is. It's not Stephen Hawking, it's Peter Hawking. Peter Hawking, and that leads to goldenrod, which would be some. Would y'all tell me that was a herb? Herb, some kind of goldenrod herb. That's what it is. We can play with that sooner or later. I mean, I've got all these doors open. That's really, I mean, when you hit a certain degree of enlightenment, you really don't give a shit about anything other than who did the crown work. You really don't. I mean, someone did the crown work, because that shit hurt. It was skull cracker spells or whatever y'all talking about, but that shit's over. We've healed from that. We have Die, my friend. We have Jesus, son. We have Mr. Anderson. And, we're working on all the INFJ women that were dancing with Archangel Michael in Joe's bar. Working with all the INFJ women. And it's just any woman that's gaslighted or misunderstood by these individuals that don't have Hollywood star energy. Especially with all the craziness going on the planet. I just saw something about Texas being screwed by Abbott, and that came out in Chicago. I'm pretty sure Archangel Michael was just kind of laying there looking up at the Sears Tower like, what are they doing in Texas with Abbott? Abbott is what it is. They're pulling a Costello, and I don't know anything about Abbott and Costello. I'm too young for that. So too young for Abbott and Costello, but I know a little bit about Edgar and Charlie, and that's the Lover's card. Keep in mind, Edgar and Charlie, the story of Edgar and Charlie. Have I told that before? Give me a like, and maybe the next video I'll tell the story about Edgar and Charlie. When you have ventriloquists doing radio shows, they're not on TV, they're on the radio. A ventriloquist show on the radio, how does that work? It did for years. Anyway, and that would have been the Lover's card in tarot, 100%. A dual mind individual able to tap into the Akashic records and spit out philosophy like you're in QHHT hypnosis. It's exactly what that shit was. It's what it was. So where are we at? Okay, so we're inside the Jose Silva mind control screen, looking at all these open access doors. And it's what it is. You don't want to go forward when you know that they're going to fucking get in the way and do whatever, because we're sunburning their demons. It's just what it is. They can get some SPF 2000 or whatever. And the answer is always going to be 42 when you're hitchhiking across the universe. Or the galaxy, either way. Universe, galaxy, it's all the same. It's all the same. The answer is always 42. And that breaks down to a 6, which is humans. So humans aren't the answer to the universe. Because the universe is inside them. So if we have the universe inside Die, my friend, the universe is inside Jesus, son. And fucking that makes me Mr. Miyagi or Neil Patrick Harris from Escape from Guantanamo Bay. And that just leads right over into Matrix Resurrections, where fucking the twin flame was just amusement. It's just amusement. And they get when they say that gives us a second chance, well, that's another round in the wheel of karma. Second chance on Earth. They get to relive their lives again. That's what it is. We've had lots of past lives, so it's nothing new. You either ascend out of the wheel of karma or you go back into the wheel of karma. And I'm not trying to get any more karmic contracts. It's what it is. I mean, once you have learned the lesson and removed the fear, and that's what they're going to say. And you've already said that, like, in the past 3 days, that, oh, he's crazy, he's a psychopath. Because why? Because I show no fear? No, because you're in fear for whatever you have done, and I'm removing all that shit. I keep getting arrested for black magic and voodoo, so it's what it is. I'm not worried about that. Y'all can't figure that out, don't know how to fix it, and I'm getting blessings like Die, My Friend, and Jesus Son, and Mr. Anderson. We can't forget Mr. Anderson as the analyst from Smith County. That would be me, Doobie Howser, and then Doobie Howser bleeds over into Grazed and Confused, and the Boonies, because I told her all about Tarot, Glasgow, Scotland, throwing bodies in Pisces basement and gutter. That's what it is. We understand cyberbullying. We just do. Now, you keep bringing up Las Vegas. Well, yeah, that's where the owl situation happened. That's where an NDE of INFJ paranormal proportions. It did. It happened. It scarred 2 women for life. When you see the Catholic English and Spanish translator from the church down the road start trying to pray in 2 languages at once, it's just shocking. You wake up at 3:33 a.m. like, what the hell are y'all doing? That's what it is. And I will never believe anything that they said. However, no one believes me about Christine Holiday yanking a reptilian out of me. So that's what it is. So I almost threw up in a laundromat, saying that was the scene from Aliens when it come busting out. It was, except it was in a laundromat and it came out through my throat chakra, right out of the heart. And I've never felt better. I've never felt better since that moment. So, and I did. I went and chased down the Princess of Pleiades, Lyra Ray, in Las Vegas. Got my ass handed to me on a silver platter there. That was kind of like playing Mario Brothers, trying to save the Strawberry Princess and shit. Anyway, those are video games. It's not really a movie. Okay, back to Die, My Friend. We've got Die, My Friend and Jesus Son, both Scorpio death energies. Putting me in a Mr. Miyagi predicament. That's what it is. However, I would much rather be Doobie Howser. It's Doobie Housering. I'm Doobie Housering and keeping them out of Guantanmo Bay. That's what it is. One's the pharmacist and the other one's, he has a job, so he's obviously doing good. And it's what it is. The Salvation Army is in violation of causing him to be bullied like Danielson. But he's Die, My Friend. He's not Danielson. He's Die, My Friend. So we've got Die, My Friend. We have Jesus. It's what it is. What did y'all manifest this week? I've been manifesting this over time. And then voodoo and black magic got involved, because that's the opposite of what I do. I just don't do that shit. I do Reiki teddy bears. And, I want to unleash that shit. I do. I want to unleash that shit on the population. But we have to get all the voodoo witch doctors and love spells. What's this? That's somebody at the front door. Well, let me go check the front door.